Hey queens, welcome to a whole video. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to literally show you guys this new stitch braid ponytail that I did on my client today. So first off, we're going to make sure that we apply gel, and we are going to part a little, like sort of a tiny little chunk of hair, because we're going to create a zigzag right now. And as I'm doing this, I make sure that everything's completely fine and parted correctly, and I'm going to apply my gel again. I'm going to split it in half. I'm going to go over it as usual just to make sure that everything is completely fine. Then we're going to part it in half and make sure that everything is again parted correctly, and everything is completely fine. And then we're going to go off of making sure that the hairline is correct, only because we need this zigzag parting to be perfect. Then you're going to add gel to the sides and make sure that it's all over and it's saturated properly with your comb, and you comb it out. Then you're going to take little pieces, of the top of the left side and the bottom of the right side, just to take away the hair out of the way while we're doing the stitch braids and whatnot. And make sure again at the back is saturated with gel and you comb it out properly. And don't be scared to take the hair away from you. To be honest, when I'm doing stitch braids and dealing with hair all the time, the hair just be getting in my way, guys, and I get so irritated, but you can't do anything about that. Then we're gonna go out of our way with going to the edges. Me personally, I do not like to go to the edges and start braiding from it. I usually just swoop it in. Now we're going to go out our way and just part a little piece, comb that out, just so we can get a little bit more of control in our fingers. We're then going to split the other braid, and we're going to make sure that we're going to make sure that our stitch braids is honestly just correct and how we want it to be. So now I'm going to go on with my braid. I'm going to go over it 3 times, and then we're going to go with our acrylic nail that I literally bought from BSW. Do not come after me. I love my acrylic nail, to be honest, because it gives me more of a stronger control when I'm doing my stitch braids, and honestly comes out with a bang. It just makes my stitch braids look so much more visible, and it just helps me with my grip of my fingers. So I honestly love this acrylic nail. To be honest, I started from the left and the right, but you can start from any way. You can start from right to left, left to right. It really doesn't matter, unless how you do it is literally how you feel comfortable doing it. So you'll be completely fine. So now we're just gonna go off and braid the whole entire thing and go from left to right, and completely fine. We are finally at the heart area. You want to part it in half, and then you want to take a little chunk at the top, just so that we are going to have a little curve going to the top and then the heart going down to the bottom. But for right now, we're going to focus on the top, and you're going to take 3 strands, of course, and you're going to just braid it for right now. You can braid it from 2 to 3 times. It really doesn't matter. It honestly depends on how you want the start off to be super tight, or if you want it to be a little bit loose to look a little bit natural. But we're going to go again with our acrylic nail as usual, and we're going to go out our way and stitch the whole entire hair. And I also want to give you guys a little quick tip as well. When it comes down to creating your heart, you obviously want to make sure that your body is positioned properly. So how I'm standing right now is literally up and down. Even though you guys can't really see what's going on in the background, my body is shifted to the side, just so that I can have a really good control while I'm doing the stitch braids, and I know how I want my heart to be as well. So that's a little pro tip. Always make sure that your body posture is correct while doing any type of braids, because to be honest, it's just gonna make your life much more better, if that makes sense. And so now we're just going to add a little bit pieces of hair. And remember, we always want to add little pieces of hair right when we get to the end, not completely to the start, because we don't want the braids to be a little bit bulky. We want it to stand out, So now we're going to braid it all the way down and make sure that the heart is completely finished. Now we are literally halfway done, guys, and we are we are closely, close to done. And I'm just gonna show you guys how to do this one last braid going up, because to be honest, I wanted to record this zigzag, but I completely forgot because I was in that zone, and that zigzag was stressing me out. So I just wanted to get over with it. But we are here with a whole stitch braid for you guys. And this time, we're honestly just going to stitch braid like once. I'm just going to grab a little piece of the hair and go on with it. We really don't have to go left to right, left to right. But now we're going to take a little tiny chunk of hair again, pre-stretched hair, of course, for the girlies, and we're going to add it to our stitch braids just so that it gives a little bit of volume. And remember, you always want to add it to the end of your hair so it does not look bulky or doesn't look, curvy. We want it to kind of look neat and, still intact, of course. And you guys obviously see me adding a little piece of hair. You don't want to add it a little bit too chunky, because one thing about my client hair, if you guys don't really understand about, thick hair and curly hair in general, is that you can't really add too much big pieces at first, only because with thick hair, it could kind of just mess up the whole entire volume of the stitch braids, and it will be much more bigger than you expected, if you can, kind of understand what I mean and go on forward with that. So now I'm obviously going to take out her ponytail now and just make sure everything is fine and just fix the ponytail in general. So I'm here unraveling the ponytail, fast forward a little bit, and then we're going to take out the whole entire ponytail, make sure that everything is into the ponytail. I'm going to take off the rubber band, of course, and she wanted a little ponytail, kind of not really close to her forehead. But me personally, if I did this ponytail, I would please put it close to my forehead. I don't know what it is about big ponytails, but I just love it, to be honest. But this is super cute regardless. Now we're gonna add our mousse, of course. You guys always ask me, oh my god, what mousse do you use? Or on Instagram too, a lot of people ask me what mousse I use. I use Lotta Body, or I use this other one that I completely forgot what the name was, but I'll make sure to put it in the description. And I love Lotta Body so bad. It literally gives off a beautiful shine, and it's the best when you honestly want to just take away those little flyaways and make sure that everything is completely gone. Because when I tell you that I went through so much Mousse products, at least $100 spent, and the rest of them were horrible, and Lotta Body literally saved my life when it comes down to it, use that Lotta Body real quick. So now we are just going to make sure everything is saturated, and we're going to go on with cutting the bottom of the hair. Me personally, I like to cut off the bottom of the hair only because when I tend to dip the water at the bottom, it doesn't really give a kind of straight look, if that makes sense. It doesn't really give off of anything. I like a little straight look, so it looks more natural and it looks more kind of like her hair, if that makes sense. So now I'm coming through, dipping at the ends of her hair. You can honestly just see how I went from the bottom, and I didn't go super fast with boiling the hair because, baby, I was about to burn myself. But I usually do it a couple of times because the ends can come out very curly for some reason, and I don't like that at all. So I tend to just go over the whole entire water sensation or process 3 to 2 times, 2 to 3 times. It's nothing, no biggie. I just want to make sure that the ends of the hair is sleek and there's nothing going on, and it looks completely amazing. Just looking at this right now, I'm wow, this really came out from my hands right now. But now I'm dipping up the little heart, the cute little beautiful heart, and doing that a few times, of course. And honestly, guys, I be looking at my work sometimes and I'm just there is no way, dude. like 6 years in the making of just practicing and doing this all together. Just came out with this beautiful process of ponytail. But now I'm coming through and blow drying the ends because I usually don't really like to leave my clients' ends super wet. But here we are at the end result all together. I hope you guys loved and enjoyed this video. Hope you guys like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.